I'm going crazy. 무뎌져.
How come you remember? And you laughed? Jungkook gulped now. I will meet Jin Hyung in heaven. Oh, I understood. You must be learning fast, right? You kept eating while he sighed, getting saved again. I need to sort out things fast because they are going out of my hand. Jung thought tomorrow I will talk with RM Hyung. Jungkook, he called him as he diverted his attention to her. Yes, you kept the fork down. You really don't remember anything? She asked him with pleading eyes that maybe he remembered something. I know the accident you got into was not minor at all, but still. She still think I got into an accident? But if she got to know the truth, how will she react? And about that I remember everything. Will she understand everything or hate me because I lied to her? Jung thought about all this, but he came out of his thoughts when one shook his shoulder. Jungkook, I'm asking you something. He looked at her with guilt in his eyes, but he couldn't tell her the truth right now. No, I don't remember anything, sorry. He got up and went to his room, not daring to face her more after this. That's okay, but did he also learn? He is a fast learner. She nodded, not understanding why he got up and left. He isn't my foodie coup now. He ate so little before this all. His appetite was so good that he could eat half of the world while blabbering. I don't eat more, I'm not eating more, I'm full now, she said, imitating his voice as a chuckle left her lips. He was so fluffy back then, but now he's cold. She got up, picking the dishes up and washing them. You entered your room after finishing kitchen work and saw your husband working on a laptop. You got frustrated and blabbered. I wish I could just kick this laptop out of my house. This laptop is like his second wife. Can't you just keep it aside for one night and talk to me? You stomped your feet and harshly closed the bathroom door while Jungkook closed his laptop and placed his palm over his mouth, laughing hard under it. Sometimes it's really fun teasing her like this. Jungkook kept the laptop on the nightstand and walked to the curtains. He did the curtains aside and walked out on the balcony looking at the view, more of he just feeling cold air touching his skin. He sighed heavily and thought how much has happened with him in the last 2 years. Everything was going so well 2 years ago. He was working on his technology project and living a beautiful life with Ryan, but suddenly everything turned down. His mind flashed back time a year ago. Jungkook was whistling and driving the car, looking like a boy in love, and he was. There was a flower bouquet placed on the passenger seat. He peeked at it and smiled. Ryan will be so happy. We are meeting after a week. I was busy the whole week, like damn it. But it was worth it. He blushed thinking of spending his whole weekend with his girlfriend. But then he got a call. I'm driving right now. Who is calling? He saw it was an unknown number. He frowned and picked the call. Hello, who is this? He asked, but no one answered. I'm asking something. Who called me? Still no one answered, but suddenly a big truck came in front of his car and pushed it to the other side. Jungkook threw his phone away while controlling the car. The heck, there was nothing on the road. His car went unbalanced and crashed into the tree. But he wasn't injured badly, just some scratches. Where is my phone? He tried to pick his phone, which was under the seat. I can't do it. His arm was hurting, so he came out of the car looking at the road for some help. But suddenly someone hit him on his head and everything blurred out. After some time, Jungkook woke up with a water splash. He quizzed his eyes and tried to rub his eyes with hands, but realized he couldn't move. His vision became proper. He saw he was standing but chained. His legs were chained and his arms were chained up. His torso was bare, just wearing his pants. Where I am? He asked, still processing his surroundings. It was a room with no window, just a door. And the room smells like something rotten, like someone here. But then the door swung open. A male in a mask stood in front of him. And after him, a woman entered with black mask too. A woman? He got confused about who she must be. Who are you and why did you bring me here? He tried to lose his chain, but nothing worked. Then the male spoke. No need to struggle, Yoon. You are caged here, and no one can release you from here. That voice seemed to be familiar to Jungkook. You, who are you? That man laughed as the woman scanned Jungkook from top to bottom. Her face was covered, but anyone could say by looking into her eyes. She was drooling. Now that woman spoke. No doubt, Yoon, you are a whole course meal. She said seductively that made Jungkook disgusted while the other male yelled at her. Z, shut up. he said while she rolled her eyes and walked to Jungkook, forcefully cupping his cheek with one hand. Poor baby was going to meet his girlfriend. Jungkook moved his face from her hand and she slapped him harshly. Don't you dare to move, June. I'm not Ryan. I'm KZ. What is this KZ? Jungkook thought he hadn't heard this name before. And you must be curious who this person is. He is Alex, the head of departments of your company. Jungkook was not really shocked, but he was having a doubt on him for a long time, and now it's clear. Alex removed his mask, but the woman didn't. Wow, why didn't June look so shocked? He asked Jungkook while Jungkook just coughed at him. Or should I give you a better lesson? He got up out of his pocket and placed it on Jungkook's cheek. Wanna know what pain is? He slid over his cheek. Jungkook yelped in pain but didn't show much of it. Enough, Alex, let's go. Alex cleaned on Jungkook's pants and went out, leaving him with a cutted cheek and thinking how and why he ended up here. Present time. Jungkook flinched as two arms collided in his vest. He released the breath he was holding all this time. His body was almost sweating. Are you feeling hot? He asked, feeling his hot body. Yeah, maybe. But the wind was too cold to get hot now. The wind is cold, but it's June, Jungkook, so the wind can turn hot too. Jungkook chuckled at his wife's reaction. You talk so good and wisely. He turned his wife facing him, watching her smile, and his heart calmed down. Well, I can talk like this, but only for you, my man. She cupped his cheek softly and placed a peck on the cheek. Suddenly he remembered that woman KZ. But in a way, how disgusting a woman was she while his Ryan is the best one. You are the best wife, Ryan. The words left his mouth, one cheek turned pink. She shyly looked down and said, You are learning how to praise too, and let me tell you, you are learning so well. She whispered in his ear. Jung suddenly placed his arm over her lower vest and pinched it a little. She frowned but jumped on his vest and hugged him like a koala. Jungkook walked inside the room and placed her in the bed, hovering over her. He pecked her forehead and stared in her eyes. That laptop is just a little device while you're my life. Never ever compare yourself to it. Her heart was having blast. He was being so soft for her. And which woman's heart will not flutter when her husband talks like this to her? It's late, we should sleep. You have to go to office tomorrow. You tried to run from his gaze. The way he was staring at you was making your breath hitch. Jung knows what type of effect he has on you. So he kept going. If I got tired of my talk this soon? He asked, intentionally knowing she liked it but still watching her being shy and happy. Blushing mess is his favorite thing. No, I don't mean that. Now she lost grip on her words. She became just nervous. Then tell me how you felt when I talked to you like this, he said in her ear, and felt her heart beat on its beak by their chests touching each other. I feel good, and she looked here and there, not making eye contact with him. So you feel good? Then I should do it more. Now Ryan's eyes widened. If you talked at this rate, then I will definitely faint soon, he thought. Oh, you look so cute while blushing like this. He pecked her lips while she hid her face in his chest, not bearing it anymore. Shut up and sleep. Jung giggled and both of them forget that what lie and truth was happening in their life and just spent the night like a cute, loving couple. At midnight, Ryan woke up feeling the urge to pee. She saw her man sleeping like a baby with his arm on her waist and leg tangled with her. Ryan carefully got up and walked inside the bathroom. She came out of the bathroom after a few minutes. Watching her husband still sleeping like before, she smiled, but then a marker on the side table caught her eyes, and now the smirk grew on her face. You're having so much fun teasing me. Now let's see who will laugh. She sat beside him and started to make doodles on his cheeks, nose and head. She giggled at her cute and funny side and placed the marker on its place. Then she picked the phone and captured his picture like that. I will blackmail you in the future too. She laughed like evil and slept beside him like nothing happened. At morning, Jungkook woke up feeling the sun rays hitting his face. He turned and smiled, looking at his beautiful wife still sleeping beside him. He pecked her forehead and walked to the bathroom to get fresh. Ryan peeked with her one eye, controlling her laugh, and waited for his reaction. After just 1 minute, she heard Jungkook screaming. Oh my god, she laughed her ass off. Jungkook came out of his bathroom with doodles on his face. Oh my, look at you. You clenched your tummy while he huffed like a 5-year-old baby. Why did you make this on me? You little devil, come here you. Wyan tried to run, but he caged her body under his while he was laughing hard. You look so cute and funny. She covered her mouth, laughing so hard. Jungkook looked at her lovingly. She was laughing because of him, and only him after a long time. He also laughed with her. Jungkook leaned in to kiss her, but stopped when his phone rang. Oh, keep quiet, it's a call from Hyun. Wyan nodded, covering her mouth. Yes, Hyun, Jungkook KZ. She sent a message for you. Jungkook froze at his place. What happened, Jungkook?